All right, all right, all right. I know we got some goodies in the house. So we're about to get part 2 started up. So if you guys, if you're still shopping, definitely still shopping. I don't want you to stop doing that. But if we can kind of bring our voices to a whisper, that'll help. I am Al Kumar. I am one of the events coordinators here at Everlasting Life. This is our Black Wall Street Renaissance. We do this each and every first Saturday of the month. We open the lounge area up for different small businesses to come out and share their products and services with you all, so we can keep this money circulating, as Brother Troy so brilliantly has shared with us the importance of keeping our money right here in our own communities, so that 60 hours?
6 hours.
6, wow, not 60, but 6 hours that we keep our money in our pockets on average. So all this helps those numbers. So I heard something a while back. They said the Jewish people teach their children as young as 3 years old to keep their money in their own communities and support their own people.
Think about it.
They teach their babies to do that. So that's key. I think that's a tip that I think we all can take back to our own families. A little bit of stuff, additional things that's going on here this month at Everlasting Life. Professor Griff is here in the house with us, and he's going to be taking the stage this evening at 6:30. He's kicking off our Black Power Blueprint speaker series. Next Saturday, we'll have King Simon. This brother, who I'm not too familiar with, but what I understand, he's brilliant in the numbers. He does the, what do you call it when you can read the numbers? And numerology, yeah. So he'll be coming next Saturday, and then Judge Joe Brown follows him up. He'll be here with us on the 20th. And then C.R. Gibbs, he's an historian, so he'll be ending our Black Power Blueprint series this April. So every Saturday in April, right here at Everlasting Life, 6:30 p.m., you can come and get filled with all types of information. Tickets are still on sale for any of these particular events. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and open the mic back up to Brother Troy. So give him another round of applause, please.
I had it right. Yeah.
Greetings. Part 2. Everybody all right?
Yes, sir.
As we all know that we're here so that all of us can grow in another degree of whatever knowledge that we have. Who remembers anything that we said the first half? That's right, Sister Lita. What are the 3 essential things that we need? Observation, what else? And what else? Submission. Thank you. What's the 3 things the slave master would not teach us? Who knows? My sister?
Art of mating, art of business, art of war, warfare, business, mating.
Absolutely. Go ahead. We need what? Vision. Right? That's good. Any questions before we start on part 2? Any questions? We would ask questions or entertain questions afterwards as well. Yes, ma'am?
I don't understand anything about taxes.
Okay.
I don't understand how tax brackets, tax write-offs, all that stuff. I know YouTube is a big resource, but there's just certain things you're not going to understand unless you have somebody that's just telling you. Do you know anyone that can teach people like me?
On taxes.
Yeah, how to work your taxes, how to charge, how to add taxes on to a product, things like that.
Yeah, afterwards we'll give you one of our cards.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll talk more on that question.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Go ahead, sister. Any more questions? Damon Dash said that the Caucasian said our money was like what? liquid gold, right? How many hours in our community does it last?
6.
That's a sad case, right? So, business is what? Warfare. Business is the activity also of what? Life. Okay? How many of us have worked a 9 to 5 before? Have you ever asked yourself the question, after the 9 to 5, some of us go to what is called what? Happy hour. Why is it called happy hour after you get off from work? Is that telling you something about your job that you work? Obviously, your work was not, you were not what? Happy. Who want to work on a job and they're not happy? Nobody, right? So they know you're not happy with their job. And this is no disrespect at all. They know, this is no disrespect to all. It's for all of us. They know slaves are not happy, what? On the job. They will never be able to pay you really what you're what? Worth. And some of them don't respect you like you should be what? Respected. What I mean, they won't respect you. Meaning, I'm sick, I gotta go home. Do I got any sick what? Days. So that means if I'm really sick, if I don't got no sick days and I can't trade them with nobody, then I must stay on the what? Job. Or another word called the what? Plantation. That should be enough to inspire you to want to start your what? Own. If you got nice, beautiful dreadlocks, and can't nobody do it like black people, is that right? White folks love to imitate us. They can't get it like it. Look at our sister with her dreads. Beautiful, right? Give her a hand. With all the locks, braids. Well, I apologize. The sisters with the twist and the what? What they call? The thick twist. Can't nobody do it like that, can they? White folks will attempt to. They can't do it like that. But if you got thick twists or dreadlocks or your hair in a certain type of way, then you're too dangerous to work on their what? Plantation. That's another what? Word for what? Plantation. This is real. We can do our sisters can do their hair any which way and look fly and look good. Is that right?
We have to take out the word dread for the locks. It's not good because it's a negative word.
Or sister says a negative word. Give her a big brown of applause. Thank you, sis. Yes, we're going to do locks then because we're going to respect our elders, aren't we? We got to respect our elders. We're going to do locks. Okay? So I said that to say these things with a lot more should be inspirational enough to let us know we got to do something what? Different. Okay? Let's think on that. Now, what's your passion? Is our passion directly related to the purpose in which we are created? Question. That's a key question. Okay? Then it says, when you've discovered your purpose, the passion to fulfill it is what drives you or drives you. Okay? Your passion, is it directly related to the purpose in which we are created? All of us have a what? Gift. Some of us can speak. Some of us are mathematically inclined, right? We're different, but we have a passion. And you got to ask yourself, is my passion related to, or my gift related to my passion? More than likely, what a person loves to do and does well is more than likely what you're what? Born to do. So these are key because you want a business where you love to do what you what? Do. Some people in the service business, they like to what? Serve people in many ways, whether it's talking, whatever it may be. They know how to serve. Someone may know how to teach somebody how to serve. How many of us went to a hospital or visit somebody in the hospital? You got some nurses that are not welcoming nurses. They need a consultation, don't they?
Yes, sir.
So if you're in the service demeanor or the aura, you know how to present the proper decor of how you handle people, then maybe you could be one that can consult with those who you know need some help. Right?
Right.
So these are just basic ideas, if that's your passion. See if it's tied to your purpose, and then more than more than likely you'll love to do what you're doing. And you wouldn't have to go to happy hour after you get off from your 9 to 5. Right or wrong?
That's right.
It's a video.
Okay.
Car. It's a video.
Oh,
There's a
video. Turn it on.
Peace. I want to talk about 3 P's real quick. If you don't have a passion, then you won't have a purpose, and that's going to lead to procrastination. See, a lot of times we say, "Oh, I'm a procrastinator." You know, I just be procrastinating, bro. No, you don't. You're not procrastinating. You just don't have a passion for it. You just don't have a purpose for it, and you just don't really want to do it. So it's taking you some time to go ahead and get it done. But when you have a purpose, man, when you have a passion, that wakes you up at 2 o'clock in the morning. That wakes you up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't even want to go to sleep sometimes. So you got to sit down today and stop worrying about your 9 to 5. Stop worrying about your problems right now and say, man, what it is that I want to be in life? What do I want to do in life? And then find your purpose. See, the minister said, whatever you do best and whatever that you love to do, that's part of your purpose. And then once you find your purpose and that's backed with passion, then you're going to stop procrastinating. Then you're going to be on the journey to live the life that you want to live. Because you're a God and you have the power and domain to create the life that you want to live.
Think on that, okay? You got your passion and your purpose. Try your best to find that out, okay? And these are the things that drive you to fulfill what your God-given talent or gift may be, all right, to fulfill that. Choosing your business structure. The types of businesses or business entities you choose will depend on 3 primary factors. Number 1, liability. Number 2, taxation and record keeping. Say it again. The type of business entity you choose will depend on 3 primary factors: liability, taxation, and record keeping. Keep that in your mind. Sole proprietorship. Is the corporation liable or you as a person liable? Say it again. You as a person. So you got to think, if I'm going to be a sole proprietor, meaning I want everybody to know this is my business, my name on it, then what comes with that, the responsibility of anybody suing you, then it goes directly to you, your accountant, the whole 9 yards. But you make that choice. That's a sole proprietor. And this is just some of them. General partnership or partnership. There has its benefits to that as well. Because the income that comes with partnership is distributed through what? Other partners. And the other partners also share in the responsibility of other things of that business. So there's a benefit also with a general partnership. You got to choose. And when you look up these things, we're going to give you the web address, and it defines it more so that whatever business you get, you understand, okay, this is one fits me. Okay? So these are the names to look for when you do your research more. Okay? Limited liability corporation. That's limited, meaning you're limited in the liability of a lawsuit or anything of that nature with that. It's similar to, it is like you can be an individual sole owner with a limited liability corporation. Okay? That's something to look at. A lot of people have, you call them LLCs. That's what that's called. So a lot of businesses are LLCs. Okay? Corporation. They got C corporation, S corporations. You got to see which one benefits you in particular. Corporations sometimes, or if it's a corporation, C corporation, they're double taxed. Meaning the corporation is taxed, and then when the funds is being distributed, that funds is being taxed to the person who get their money as well. But the corporation also have tax breaks or benefits as well. So remember I said business is what? Warfare. So depending on whatever business structure that you choose, determine whether you keep your money or you don't. Just like with a general partnership, it requires more paperwork that you got to report. Okay? So you got to think on these things. Corporation as well. Okay? And the information is there, State Department of Assessment and Taxation, SDAT, Corporate Charter. This is the address if you want to register your business or get your business. That's the information. Very simple. Not hard, not complex. If you can read, you're good. Okay? Or if not, then you may need some help in comprehending certain things, and we're here to help you on that as well, because all of us don't know everything. Okay? Next slide. Starting your business with no money. Who would like to do that? Everybody. Is that right? Let's talk about it. This one the saying go, it takes money to what? Make money. But what? It doesn't have to be what? Yours. That's a way that people say that you can start a business with no money, meaning that you may know somebody that may have money that they actually can, what? Offer you some money for starting your business. Okay? But there are still some businesses that you can start with no money. If you have a car, you can do what? Uber. They have e-commerce. Is that right? So certain other business of that bracket, you can actually start with really no money. Okay? And that particular business, Uber, you may use that as a stepping stone or one step towards your ultimate objective. That may not be your life ambition, but you need freedom. And you want to gather some money. You need to make some ends meet. So you'll use that temporarily to make ends meet to get you to one stage to the next stage. Okay? Broke is also a relative term. Mike Tyson was worth at one time $400 what? $1 million. On the street, they said, man, Mike Tyson broke. He may be worth $1 million, right?
Right.
But to us, he's considered what? Broke comparatively to what he used to be. Okay? Dame Dash supposed to have a lot of money. Now you say, man, Dame broke. How much he worth? About $1 million. So broke is relative. Okay? So think on that. If you this is a self-start. Okay? Google business startups for $5,000 less. If you go to Google and you look for business startups for $5,000 or less, you'll find a whole bunch of businesses. Very simple. Okay? What if you discover your gift and have no opportunity to use it because of financial difficulties? Gabriel, or Gabby Douglas, as they would call her, she had a gift, didn't she? Her mother helped her. She didn't stop. And as a result of her continuously working on or doing what she was purposed to do, she received after that a what? A sponsor. Because sometimes you may have a gift, you may not have the money. But if you continue to do what you are born to do, someone see you and say, what? I may what? Help you out. We got a case in point. We were doing services in a high school in Annapolis, Maryland. We wasn't getting paid for it. And subsequently, the person who was instrumental in getting us in there to doing a workshop with the youth, a contract of $25,000 came through his fax machine. He gave it to us, and we got the contract for $25,000. But we didn't stop. We had a purpose. We wanted to go back and give to the youth. They wasn't paying us any money at all. And we got that contract. So if you got a gift, don't wait. If you're an artist or you have some type of gift, do your work. And somebody may see you doing your work, and God will bless you and aid you because he's the one who gave you the gift that you got. And he will back you and support you. But it's no mystery, meaning you got to go and do something.
That's right.
Okay? This is bonus. Next slide. Which leader, everybody all right? Yes. Which leader built a $50 million empire in Reader's Digest called the most powerful black man in America? Yes, sir. It's Reginald Lewis. Who else? D? Okay. She says D, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. She's correct. but it's very powerful. Reginald Lewis, he had the first black billion-dollar company. Is that right? Beautiful museum in Baltimore, Maryland. Case study. You got to study about him. Marcus Garvey. Black Star Line. Needs to be studied. Earl Graves. Black Enterprise Magazine. Financial Magazine. A magazine that we should consult with and try to read as much. I think it's online now. Okay? But the reason why we point out the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, I want to see you, give you an idea of what type of businesses you can involve yourself in. Next slide. And listen carefully of the various businesses that were conducted. In 1974,
I would like to just read to you a list of some of the enterprises of the Nation of Islam. You know, this nation that they talk about that only rates mom and pop shops. We'll show you exactly what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is true. Salon restaurants, the Muslim import stores, the Muslim fish house, the Shabbat grocery store, Shabbat bakery and coffee shop, Temple number 2 clothing store and office store, the new sales and office building on 38th Street, the Guarantee Bank and Trust Company, the Progressive Land Development, Good Foods Incorporated, which is meat, produce, and eggs. A national trucking system. They Department of Area, Indiana. 100 streets of newspaper plants, overflows and warehouses. Over 200 apartment units. Not to speak of the single-family dwellings that we used to follow this thing. Farms in Michigan, farms in Georgia, farms in Alabama. Over 150 temples in North America, Bermuda, Jamaica, and Honduras. Over 46 Muhammad universities of Islam. In the planning stage, the 500-bed hospital. A new Islamic university. The Temple number 2 renovations and the new university at the Temple number 2 on Stony Island. The Cottage Grove redevelopment plan, which runs from 78th Street to 87th Street on the east side of Chicago, east side of Cottage Grove. And it's fine to say. The Phoenix, Arizona development proposal, which is also in the design state. Salon snack shop, your supermarket, Shabbat bakery, Shabbat barbershop, Shabbat restaurant, Capital Cleaner, National Postal Factory, National Service Factory, and again residential home. This is what our community, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, is leading us to.
How many of us knew that? This is history that's totally being obliterated. Not to try to make you a Muslim, we ain't into that cheap type of thinking, but to inspire you to see what was. Why the history books did not calculate that? Wouldn't that be inspirational? 50 million, you had farms. Why farms? Farms is essential for life itself. International trade and commerce, housing developments. Isn't that a case study? Isn't Reginald Lewis a case study? Isn't Marcus Garvey a case study? These things are essential for us to learn about. Think business. Books to purchase, readers lead, and what? This is this sum. It's a whole slew of other books, okay? This is this ideas, Think and Grow Rich. Message to the Black Man. Why should white folks have all the fun? Visions for black men. These are not only financial books, but they're inspirational books. They give you insight. They take the glass ceiling, so to speak, off of your... Remember we said you have to have vision? A lot of us do not have sight beyond what white folks have given us. So you need a knowledge to allow you to see the realm of possibility of what you can do. So before, sometimes you get financial. Remember they say the three things that rich people read? Self-improvement was one of the books, right? Books on success. Okay? So some of incorporated in our reading, we need books that talks or allows us to see beyond the present reality. So that's why those particular books are essential. Okay? Next slide. This is inspiration. Now check this out. Take that website down. We're closing. This website is essential because in this website there is a retirement savings calculator. And what you can do is determine how much money you would need to maintain after you retire. And how much money do you have right now? And if you don't have a certain amount of money, then you got an idea of what you need to maintain your life after you retire, if you retire. Okay? You need to know these particular things now. How much money do I have? How much money do I need when I'm not getting this money, income coming from my job anymore? So take that calculator down. I mean, that website down is a retirement savings calculator. 5 minutes. Okay.
Jobs.
Let's close out with this.
And justice.
Yeah. Inspirational. Listen to
in the March on Washington in 1963, the cry was jobs and justice. In the 20-year anniversary of the March on Washington, the cry was jobs and justice. We are now in 2010. And what is the cry? Jobs and justice. Well, wait a minute. How long are you going to sit around begging white people to do for us what we have the power to do for ourselves?
That's the question. We have no time, right? We can't keep asking for jobs and justice. We got to do what? Make that reality. And we close out with this last slide. This is our brother. Let's give him our love again. Success tips from my brother Nipsey Hussle. Control your time. Create a plan and then attack it. Don't expect from others. Put in your own work. Don't let your past create your future. Everyone can what? Change. And we close out with that brother's video.
What are you doing?
Just wanted to send some words of encouragement. Y'all stay focused. Y'all keep working hard. Believe in yourself. Prove everybody that doubts y'all wrong. Show up every day. Stay pure. Keep your heart pure. Stay motivated. Stay inspired. Show love to your people. From Nip Hussle.
Give yourself a big hand. Thank you. We been all right?
Yeah, bro.
Did we learn something today?
Yeah.
So give yourself a big hand. We thank you all. Any questions that you have? Thank you. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir. You mentioned how we can start automatically. That's one to give maybe a vision that maybe it could happen. Our community has a lot of churches all around. This is like we turn every church basement into a school. And then we start teaching our youth economics, business, and stuff of that nature. So I want to get your assessment on that, sir.
Yes, sir. In other words, teach your own. The schools are dying. The content and education, is pretty much garbage. But the knowledge that you know, you must give it to your children. It's the saying that goes, the hand that rocks the cradle, what? Rules the world. So you and I are responsible for teaching and training our children right now. Don't wait till the 10th grade, 11th grade to teach them about credit, to teach them about banking, teach them about this. You start doing that particular now. And he gave a venue by which they can start. Many of us have churches and mosques or places that where we can teach. Let's utilize those facilities properly and teach our generation. Yes, sir. Thank you, Brother Vaughn.
I had a question. You made a point about observation and observing people that's business owners and things like that.
Yes, sir.
Do you know of any mentorship programs or where that could take place?
Of observing a business. We have a mentor in business.
Okay.
We'll give you our card.
All right.
Okay? Good question. Thank you, brother.
My question is, how does one get information as far as like wholesale companies or something like that? Because to me it seems as if it's a secret. Nobody wants to give that kind of information, and that's very much so important in order to have
Very
a successful business.
Very key. Yes. Network is very, very, very good. Thank you, sis. A lot of information is online, but you still got to do some due diligence of your own to find exactly what you need. As it takes some digging. And like you said, a lot of people keep secrets on certain things. About what? The calendars. Yeah. Okay, yes, ma'am.
Can I just share that if you have a DC library library card, their website has a lot of links to the research that you need for businesses. Yeah, and you don't know how to find it online. You go in and
Networking is key. And remember when our brother Barack Obama was being inaugurated for the presidency? Everybody was selling calendars and stuff like that. Likewise, we purchased calendars wholesale for, just give a good example, that's all I'm giving you, $4. But by the time we end up purchasing wholesale, it went down to what, 15 cents or something like that. But we kept digging. We kept networking. And this person, I got it for cheaper than that. When you're in the field of business, you'll run into people. This is one way that you can find that source, that connect. Okay, similar to the streets. You used to be at the street. Now, man, how you doing that? This is a connect right here, so to speak. So the more you involve in that business, the more than likely you'll fall into what you're looking for. But that does not mean you still don't strive on your own to start digging in certain avenues where people may tell you. Okay? Yes, ma'am, princess. I'm sorry, sis. Go ahead. You next, okay?
I wanted to know if there's any business organization by the innovation based on or any organization for Black people that, because I've been looking for
Yeah, I know a sister, so in the nation in particular, or this sister that's business mind, I'll give you the information. For sure. Thank you. Princess?
So I wanted to know, as a youth entrepreneur, because I have mentors who are helping me along the way, I wanted to know how can I maximize the help and mentoring.
How can what now?
Maximize.
Somebody else's help?
Mentors.
You want more mentors?
No.
She maximized the help of the mentors.
From the mentors. And ask good questions.
Okay, I don't understand quite that question.
How can she best maximize the help of her mentor?
out of the mentor.
Out of the mentor that you have, get the most out of it.
Do some research. Ask her
Yeah,
questions.
basically do some basic research.
Ask her questions.
Ask questions is key all the time, like you said, but Ricardo said, questions is very key. The more questions, that reveals more, okay? And you want to ask the most important question is why. You start asking why, and then you can get the more out of that person. And that caused them to dig and dig and dig. Your mind is very fresh, very fast, so to speak, than most older people. And don't shortchange yourself by not saying that you are fearful of asking questions. Ask as many questions until you're fully satisfied. And say why? And why is this and why is that? And then more things will begin to reveal.
Can I answer her question?
Yes, ma'am.
So, as a teacher, you need to shadow mentors. If you're trying to be like them, kind of in a way, like that, try to go with them wherever their entrepreneurship is, whatever their business is, and try to just copy what they're doing so you're doing. I think that definitely research, definitely do that. And also maybe ask them to take videos of themselves and doing different things and try to dig down to like issues that they're having, issues that they face, so you don't have to make the same mistake.
Very good. And that's your products right there, right?
Yes.
So we got to support her. We definitely got to support her. Give her a hand. Support her out there. Any more questions that we have? Yes, ma'am.
What are 3 financial books that you would put in like your top 5, top 3, at least one?
Financial books? Is a book by a brother named Cedric Muhammad. It's very thorough. The Entrepreneurial Secret. In those books, it categorizes, it's very comprehensive and it covers all that you need. It's 3 books. It's called The Entrepreneurial Secret. Okay? It's very, very, very thorough. So that would be one, but it's a set of 3 books. It's a very good book. Of course, Think and Grow Rich. They're inspirational and give you the ideas of thinking outside of the box. Okay? Another book, it's not necessarily in particular the 1 + 1 and 2 + 2 is that answer, but Reginald Lewis' book, it will expand your mind.
What's it called?
How white folks,
the one that you
yeah, correct. You want that book. Say it again.
How white men have.
Yeah, how white men have.
What would you attest
Very good
to
question.
be the defining thing for you personally when you left prison that allowed you to be independent? What was it? If you could put your finger on it.
I would say my willpower. The will is the power of control that the mind has over its actions. So if you can develop your willpower, this says nothing more powerful than a made-up mind. My mind is made up. That's the defining principle that I rely on. Once my mind is made up, I'm not going back. I'm not going to sell drugs. I'm not going to do this. My mind is made up. There's nothing that I see that I can't conquer. Obstacles. Yes, it may be difficulties. Yes, it may be trials. Yes, it may be struggles. But my mind is made up. So my willpower.
How do you build that up?
That's a very good question. You build your willpower off feeding off truth and righteousness.
Hello.
Okay? Let me say it again. You build up your willpower by feeding off truth and righteousness. And that strengthens you to overcome every obstacle in the pathway of your progress. Like I said, the will is the power of control that the mind has over its actions. And there's certain actions that you do to help to build your will. How many of us heard of fasting before? All of us, right? Food is essential for life itself. But if you can abstain from that which is essential for life itself, other things that's not essential for life is easy to abstain from, right? So fasting builds that discipline, builds that strength. And we need strength here to overcome the obstacles. It's nothing. Once you make up your mind, there's nothing that you can't do. So building the willpower. Thank you, Sister Elkamar. Very good question. Go for the answer. Yes, ma'am.
I don't have a question, but I have a statement. I feel like when you learn more about where you come from and who you are,
That's right.
it will build you.
That's
up.
right, sister.
That's a good
That's
point.
right,
You're
sister.
learning about me.
That's right, sister. Give her a hand. That's correct. That's correct. Those are prerequisites. That's why we took this route in this financial presentation. You know, we dealt with a lot of self. These are key components. Thank you. These are very key components in catapulting you into the greatness that you want. Once you know yourself and what you can do, there's nothing that can stop you. That's how you heard us sing that he who gives you the diameter of your knowledge prescribes the circumference of your activities. Once you know that you're the greatest, you're the originator, then you don't copy the behavior of nobody. You become the trendsetter and the trail what? Blazer. This is your destiny. There's no realm, nothing to confine you but yourself. Can't no white man stop me. That's how I think. This is the God's honest truth. A white man do what? A white. You know how when you was fighting and the white boy beat you up, you say, you know the white boy beat you up? You're like, man, he did what? That's a big thing if that happened, right? So that same mindset has to be with business is concerned. A white man outthink me? He can lie and cheat, but he can't outthink me. And that's how we got to think. There's nothing. And it's not racist, it's self-love.
That's right.
Yes, ma'am.
You life of Marcus Garvey because he didn't have a traditional education, but he went far above what many people achieve with him.
Yes, sir. He got a lot of books. Griff, do you know one in particular?
Four.
Marcus Garvey book that she said would be good to chronological, give a good idea of his life. Philosophy of Marcus Garvey, thick book.
Yeah.
It's a real good thick book. Philosophy of Marcus Garvey is a very good book. He needs to be studied.
Yeah.
He needs to be read. Schools don't give him at all. Yes, ma'am.
And then if you, and then like a shorter version to still get the gist of Marcus Garvey's selected speeches.
Selected speech, very good book. Selected speeches of Marcus Garvey. He needs to be studied. This is God's honest truth. Yes, ma'am.
Your next seminar, when is that?
We're working on one next month. Somebody asked me to do one, and we'll leave our contact information before we leave. That's the next seminar. It'll probably be in the Annapolis area. A female reached out and she wanted to do a health and wealth seminar together. Okay? And so we'll leave that information. You can maintain contact with us.
Two things. One online, Troy Shakum has asked, what was the website that you mentioned earlier? The video was a little unclear.
Which one? The Dinky?
I'm not sure which one he's referring to. There was a website.
Go to the one to the end. To the end. We mentioned this website. This one here.
Dinkytown.
Dinkytown is key because it allows you to see your financial status now, your financial status, what it could be in the future, and what you would need as income to maintain. And one of the saddest things we see our elders, they got to have some type of menial job to make ends meet because the retirement is not there, the 401k is not there anymore. But this calculation mathematically will give you an idea of how much money. That's why it's key to look at this website, how much money that you would need to keep you going. So that means what type of business and what type of things you have to have set up for monies to keep coming in to maintain your life beyond your working, your job that you may be working.
Can you share with the family your upcoming family day event?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you. Every day, how many of us heard in the back of the day it was called the AFRAM? You heard about that? They have it in Baltimore, African American Festival. Every year, for the last 4 years, we want all who can come. We have vending available. We get that information as well. We have a Family Day Festival. Annapolis Family Day Festival. Look forward to it. We have a guy gave us a very profound comment, or commendation. He commended us, rather. He said, brother, I do events. He said, I do events. He said, I usually have 2 generations of people. He said, but at y'all event, he said, y'all have 4 generations of people out there. Meaning we got something for the youth. We got some who think they're still youth. That's right. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones who think they're a little bit old and a little older. We have music from many genres. Okay? Go-go is a thing. Y'all love go-go, right? So this year we got Backyard will be playing. How many of us heard of Backyard? We have also Hot Cold Sweat. How many heard of Hot Cold Sweat? Okay. We have some local, like jazz. They do a mixture of band. Ayana Gregory, she comes out and do what she does as well. Clones of Funk. Raheem Devon has come out before as well. So this is the type of music that we have in entertainment. Vending is available. We have something for the youth. And it's also edutainment that's giving as well. Say it again. Horseback riding for the children, and you name it, you know. And we bankroll it ourselves, meaning we raise money because that makes us to be free to say and do what we want. Once we get everybody else involved, who can say, who can speak, we make it our business to bankroll ourselves, but we need the support of our people. And it's free.
When is it?
July 27th, 2019, Annapolis Family Day Festival, July 17th, and 27th. You got the website? Annapolis LLC. The email address.
Oh, for vendors?
Yeah.
For vendors, the email address is locfamilydayvendors with a S at gmail.com if you're interested in vending. And just send an email and I'll get back to you with the application. Sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me? It's LOC Family Day Vendors with an S at gmail.com. I said just shoot an email saying, hey, I would like to vend, tell me what you're vending, and then I'll send you over an application and we'll get you squared away.
Yes, sir.
What's the space cost?
The vending depends on what the
out to
vending.
you for that.
The event is free, but the vending you're talking about, when you send your inquiry over, we'll send back the information how much it would cost on what you're selling. Okay? And that's Sister Kirsten, a couple of members of the LOC, give them a round of applause. They're present. Kirsten and my brother Mark and Sister Sean. Any more questions we have? I got a question for you before we close, if I can do it. Always, whenever we do a presentation, we always ask the question, if you don't have any questions from you, what did you learn? Okay? Because we're not coming here, we love you, but we don't come here to tickle nobody's ears. We come to, hopefully we can be elevated to another degree. Okay? Who'll be the first volunteer to tell us what they learned? Can we start picking people out? Yes, ma'am, Princess?
I learned that in order to be, a successful entrepreneur, you have to have concentration, submission, and
Help her out, help her out.
Observation.
Observation. Go ahead. You got to observe. You got to concentrate. You got to submit to the process. That's good. Yes, ma'am.
And the other thing I learned that in order to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to read. You have to read not for entertainment, but you have to read for information.
Woo! All right. You hear that? You said you shouldn't have to read for entertainment, but that's what we taught. Now, all of us are obligated to support her. She should be sold out. Her spirit never should be what? Dispelled or quelled out. We need to support her. I'm going to support you. How much your stuff costs? It does not matter. Huh?
My products range from $5 to $20.
You got $20 from me. I got to support you. Oh, you did? Well, I'm going to get $20 worth of stuff that you have, all right? We got to support her. That type of spirit as a young, you know what they teaching little children nowadays? Nothing. So her to be so involved in cognizant or aware or mindful, I would say, of what was taught, and articulate on top of that. And a beautiful princess on top of that. Give her a big hand if you would. I got to ask 2 more people, then we got to go. Yes, ma'am. What did you learn?
I learned I need to start reading more on black entrepreneurs.
That's right.
Because I really don't invest my time in black-owned businesses because of bad experiences.
Yes, ma'am.
So I am going to try to do more research on the good black businesses.
Go ahead.
Not give up on our people.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, sister. That's a very beautiful experience. I'm going to come to you back, Brother Mark. I'm going to come to the sister.
Well, what Allah put in my heart is don't be afraid to be alone, but also you don't hesitate to be with other great women and men that have the same consciousness.
Go ahead.
And that I need to let a lot of things and people go.
Come on.
But where I'm going is great.
Go ahead, man. Both of the sisters, man. Thorough. Brother Mark?
Yeah, I learned, that business should be viewed as a lifestyle.
That's
it
right.
It should be a natural thing, and what's in you should be able to market.
That's right.
And like she said, you should not have the fear of what's in you. You should at least step out there and let it go and actually do your research and study, and it should be come natural to you.
Man, go ahead, Brother Mark. Yes, ma'am, sister.
Yes.
I think this got to be our last one.
Yes, I learned how you broke down the science of the 3 principles and the science of mating.
Yes, ma'am.
And the science of warfare and the science of business. How you really explain the science of mating pertaining relate to business is networking.
Yes, ma'am.
And that was very key. And also the policies and laws, bankruptcies and things like that pertaining to the warfare side.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you going to protect the business?
Yes, ma'am.
How to, how to prepare ourselves not to be so easily bought off.
That's right.
You know, a lot of business, we buy and sell our business, we are actually killing, you know, the potential of our own employment growth.
That's right.
In our community. So that was very key.
Thank you, sis. Once again, we thank Everlasting, our sister Alkamar, and we love you all. We thank you all. Give yourself a big round of applause. And our information, my number is 443-220-5401. Any information that you need. And the website, you got it on you? Yeah, glimpseofparadise.com. Okay? My number is yeah, we got cards as well. 443-220-5401, Brother Troy. glimpseofparadise.com. Okay? 443-220-5401 at glimpseofparadise.com. We hope to see you at our Annapolis Family Day Festival or our next meeting like this. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your love. And may God bless you all. Have a nice day. Peace. Thank you.
All right, give it up one more time for our dear brother Troy X. Yeah, did he do a phenomenal job, family? Oh, wow. It's a lot of information, a lot of packed full of information. And he's right here in our community, right here. So all kind of talent right here in the community. Again, if you want to get on the sign-up sheet for reminders, we do this each and every first Saturday of the month. The theme always changes. So Brother Troy was our headliner for this April, but in May we'll be headlining somebody else, always impactful, always informative, and the vendors will always be here. So we can't do it without the vendors. So this is the main purpose for our Wall Street Renaissance, is to support those in our community who need our support. So we ask that you please continue to shop. We're still open for business. The vendors don't start packing up. We're not over until 6 p.m. So yeah, I'm going to turn up the music, hang around, and yeah, let's enjoy each other's company. Thanks so much again for coming out. And thanks to the online community as well. Excuse me.